Hey guys, it's Emily. I know this is a little bit weird. I'm not usually in front of the camera, if I can help it, unless it's like somewhere really cool, or making videos, especially with myself in them. But this is something that I've been wanting to make for about a year and a half now, but I've never really known how to do it, or when the right time to post it would be. So today is January 25th, 2017, and I'll come back to why the date is important a little bit later, but I'm just gonna get into it. So when my year of film school came to a close, we were all given an award called a Golden Bagel, and they were all for kind of fun reasons, and everybody got one. There were other awards too, but these were ones that everyone got. So mine was the Woman of Mystery, and that's because nobody really knew anything about me, other than I had a childhood obsession with Duran Duran that has yet to die, and that I was usually meeting a lot of celebrities. I never went out drinking with my classmates. I never really participated in any group activities, if I could help it. And I know that there were people saying, oh, because I missed a lot of class as well. I know there were a lot of people saying, like, what's she doing here? If she's not showing up for class every day, like, what's the point? And they had an excellent point. Like, what was the point? Drop thousands of dollars on tuition and rent and all that, and kind of like, for what, right? I'd like to think that the reason I was able to stick it out was because I knew that, pardon me, that I wanted to become a screenwriter more than anything, and I wanted to improve my craft and all that fun stuff. But it's a really long road, and I'm clearly not there yet. Anyway, so ever since I was 13, I have had vicious migraines. And I bring this up because I would miss a lot of high school and film school because of it. But I would also use them as an excuse not to go to class or not be in class. And the reason for that is because people are a lot more forgiving when you're in physical discomfort rather than mental or emotional discomfort. And the point of this is just to kind of explain that I have anxiety and depression. So in second grade, my mom couldn't even take me to class because I would refuse to leave her side. So she would have my grandma or a family friend drop me off. And people mainly chalked it up to the fact that I was very shy, which is true. I am an extremely shy person, but it ended up being a lot more than that. So in high school, as many of you know, there are a lot of oral presentations, and we had to do one in one class. Oh, and for those of you who aren't aware, I was in French immersion, so we spoke French in school from kindergarten all the way up to grade 12. So most of our classes were in French. So I had this one class that I was not very good at, definitely not my strongest suit, and we had to do an end of the year oral presentation. So first of all, not my first language, not my best class, and I'm not great at presentations, as you may be able to tell from this, because my voice is like cracking and I'm really nervous and I'm just talking to a camera. So anyway, when the day finally came for me to do my presentation, I had made a little mixture of oil and raw eggs that I had seen in Stand By Me, and I drank it right before my presentation, and I shot out of that class like a rocket. I ran to the bathroom, and If you're wondering why there's light on me, it's because I have my notes here. I don't know if I already said that. But anyway, I ran to the bathroom and I threw up in the garbage can. So, I say this because, I mean, I still had to do my presentation. And I actually did okay on it, which was good. I mean, that was nice, but that's not really the point. The point is, people don't seem to care as much when they can't see what's wrong with you, or even something like cancer. If you tell someone you have cancer, they automatically they feel sorry for you, or they're very empathetic about it. But with mental health, it's a little bit different. So when someone can't see or can't understand what's wrong with you, they don't seem to care as much or take it as seriously. So anyways, back to film school. I spent a lot of that year in and out of the hospital, and seeing a psychiatrist and spending a lot of time in bed due to the depression that comes part and parcel with my anxiety. I barely passed a lot of classes because I wouldn't go for the oral presentations, which were a significant portion of our final grade. And I never really told anyone about it, or explained it to anyone except a couple friends and, excuse me, oh my god, the head of the department, and some of the office staff, who I just want to say thank you so much for being so understanding and helpful during that time, because you were great. Thank you, Vancouver Film School. So the psychiatrist I was seeing was always saying, like, you don't owe anyone an explanation. But I've always kind of felt like I do, just because I don't want people to think that I am a flaky person. Because I'm not. If I could be there and function properly, I 100% would be. Anyways, most of the teachers understood this. I'm not sure if some of them did, but that's to be expected because, like I said, a lot of people don't understand mental health, or a lot of people even don't believe in it. And that's one of the reasons that I have decided to talk about it. And I have never publicly discussed my mental health before because it has been something that has always kind of embarrassed me, and I know it shouldn't, but and I'm just not comfortable talking about it. And I was always concerned, like, would it embarrass my family if I told the world, or would it make it hard for me to find a job? Will people look at me differently? I mean, it's a tough subject to tackle. But I'd like to bring it back to what I said before about some people not understanding mental health. In the past, I've been called boring, or a baby, or no fun, because I have a hard time doing certain things, or I'm not comfortable doing certain things. And for those of you who don't know me very well, I don't drink or smoke or party or any of that sort of thing. I'm very reserved and introverted and anxious. But anyway, I have made up countless excuses for not hanging out with people or not going to certain events, due to that anxiety and low self-esteem, because of the anxiety and as well as the weight I've gained. But that is a whole different can of worms that I am not prepared to open today. So please know that if I have ever blown you off, it is not personal. I can't stress that enough. It's not personal. In fact, I probably would have loved to have hung out with you or gone to your event, but sometimes I just can't, and I don't know how to explain that any better. But I'm sure that certain people would understand or know what that feeling is like. So just wanted to address a couple questions that I get asked a lot. The first one is, Emily, why don't you have a boyfriend? So it kind of boils down to two things. One of them being my self-esteem. So I've never been comfortable enough with myself to let someone else get that close to me. The second is just anxiety in general. Like, if I can't go to a movie with a bunch of friends that I've known for years, how am I supposed to go out on a romantic date with a guy that I find attractive and that I may or may not know very well? The second question is, Emily, why don't you drive? I don't know how to answer this except for I feel like it's not safe for someone with as much anxiety as me to be in control of an apparatus as large as a car that could potentially put other people in danger. I know that sounds really lame, but it's just not something that I'm comfortable with at this point in time. So if people could maybe stop asking me that would be really great. Oh my god. Okay, anyway. So I realized that I have a vast variety of friends on social media, some of whom may still not understand or may look at me a little bit differently after this video, but I also realized that I have a bunch of friends and followers on social media that are going through similar things, and if this video can help one person, then everything, it's all worthwhile. I know this sounds super cheesy, but I genuinely want to help people, and I feel like I want to be kind of a safe space for people to be able to reach out to me and possibly feel less alone, because I know that's a really tough one, feeling alone, even though you know you have a good support system. It's again, it's difficult to explain if you've never experienced it. But yeah, so the reason that I am posting this today is because today is January 25th, so it's Belle Let's Talk. So if you're on social media, I encourage you to use the hashtag Belle Let's Talk on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. And each post, Belle will donate 5 cents to mental health initiatives in Canada. I realize that today shouldn't just be the day we're talking about it. We should talk about it every day, all the time, so it becomes less of something with a stigma attached to it and more of just common knowledge. But yeah, I think that pretty much sums up everything I want to say, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it to the end here, thank you. If you didn't, that's okay. I know it was really long and boring, but I've wanted to get this off my chest for a while, and like I said, I feel like today is the best day for me to do that. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions for me, or if you want to reach out for someone to talk to, feel free to message me here, Twitter, Instagram, yeah, pretty much any social media that I'm on. I'm always willing to help if I can and talk. So again, thank you so much for watching.